I am going to put myself on gallery view, as clearly this is not about me.
Mhm.
This is about the lovely folks who are interested in the class. And so there we are.
Okay, you can start.
Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone, or actually good day, depending on where you're viewing the class from. And so my name is Bobbie Seale-Cobiskey, and my pronouns are she, her. And I am a older woman with brown hair tied back in a pigtail and seated in a lovely sturdy chair. And so welcome everyone. I'm very excited as always to have the opportunity to share this wonderful adapted yoga class with you. And so I like to think of yoga, adapted yoga, all yoga as India's gift to the world. And so an invitation, as always, to begin a yoga practice with a centering practice. And so I'd like to invite you to take a few moments, find a comfortable sitting position. And so sit in a way that you feel the most at ease, however you're still alert. And feel free to close your eyes softly if that's comfortable for you, or soft gaze downwards. And then an invitation to bring a gentle awareness to your breath. And so maybe noticing, if you like, with one hand on your belly, that as we inhale, belly moves out. On exhale, belly moves in. And maybe placing another hand on your chest and noticing the pattern of movement of the breath between your abdomen and your upper torso. If you'd like, explore changing placements of your hand. And so noticing as we inhale, belly moves out. On exhale, belly moves in. And then noticing the flow of the breath, if you will, between your abdomen and your upper torso. And so feeling perhaps connecting, this connection with our breath as a place that is home. Certainly for me, when I started this breath awareness practice, it felt like I was coming home to me. And so that said, an invitation to relax your arms down by your side or on your lap, wherever feels comfortable. Gradually blinking your eyes open if they were closed. And so the theme for today's practice is I am, I can, and I will. And so that's an invitation as a theme. However, that said, if you are interested in setting an intention for your practice, so setting an intention can be pretty powerful practice when it's done sincerely. And so if there's an area of your body or condition you'd like to work on, feel free to do that as an alternative or in addition to what I just shared. And so here we go. IOIO. So an invitation to ground down through your sits bones. So the bones we sit on. Maybe noticing where your thighs and your bum is connected with the chair you're seated in. So you can do a little bum dance.
Microphone.
And so if I just noticed that if you may not have your sound muted, so you might want to mute your sound so there are less distractions for yourself and everyone, and a little more. And so, bone, lengthen your spine. Roll your shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels most comfortable for you. An invitation to tuck your chin in slightly. So it might be helpful to place a couple of fingers on your chin and imagine a turtle. And so from here, I'd like to transition into gentle movement. And so as you're ready, an invitation to reach your arm up to the sky. So reaching up as high as feels comfortable for you. And then slowly float your arm down. So an invitation to practice this gentle movement 3 more times. And so reaching up to the sky. And so if it feels okay for your neck, maybe turning a soft gaze, looking up to where the ceiling meets the wall. And slowly float your arm. So if you'd like, and it's available to you, this time reaching up. So let's link our breath with our movement on an inhale, reaching up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, float your arm down, the full length of your exhale. So one last time on this side, it's as if on our inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Relax your arms down by your side or on your lap, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And then we'll begin this gentle movement on the opposite side. So here we go. Reach your arm up to the sky as high as feels comfortable for you. And slowly float your arm down. So 3 more times, same side, reaching up to the sky, turning a gentle gaze up to maybe where the ceiling meets the wall. And slowly float your arm down. So this time, let's explore linking our breath with our movement if you'd like. Reaching up on an inhale, exhale, float your arm down. So one last time, same side. It's as if on our inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point as we reach up. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Relax both arms down by your side, or wherever feels comfortable for you. And this time, let's explore reaching both arms up to the sky. So it is not about forcing one limb to do what the other is doing. We just want them talking to each other. And slowly float your arms down. And a little wiggly fidget, so you can do a little bum dance. Woohoo! It's yoga time. Great. So let's repose at this time. If possible, I'd like to invite you to find a space where you are supporting your own spine. Move away from the back of the chair now so that you're able to sit forward on your sits bones. If you would like or you need support today, you can stay, of course, with your back. I'm using the chair for support. And alternatively, I'd like to introduce a yoga, I refer to as a yoga toy. Just going to reach over here. And that can help and be very supportive. And so this is an old yoga mat that I have rolled up. And so placing it along our spine can be lovely. Support, so that's one alternative to support. And if you happen to have a block, if you're back far enough in a chair, you can play with that and kind of notice how it feels to have that support. And so I'm trusting that you are all taking good care. So one of the first principles of yoga is do no harm. So body, mind, and spirit. And so I'm trusting that you're all taking good care. I will do my best to guide you. And so here we go. So ground down through your feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet. And so if you're stable in your chair and it feels okay to take a look at your feet, feel free. Maybe walk your feet forward a little bit. Invitation to perhaps place your feet so that they're comfortably hip distance apart. Feet parallel. So take a moment, notice how maybe having your feet parallel, how that feels for you. And hip distance. So if it feels comfortable, in other words, stable, wonderful. If not, it is not one size fits all. Place your feet in whatever way feels good for you. And so we ground down through our feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet. And we want to keep our connection with Mother Earth. We tend to start losing that. We're down to your sits bone. So maybe noticing where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Lengthen your spine. Roll your shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels comfortable for you. Tuck your chin in slightly. So tucking your chin in slightly can give us a little nerve blossing for our neck. And then when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to bring your hands together, rub your palms a little. Take your hands apart, feeling a little warmth or heat between your hands. And so rub your palms together again. There is research that shows what we have always known, that our hands are not only connected to our heart, but to our mind as well. So I'd like you to notice where in your body you're holding stress and tension, and see if you can take some of that loving energy from your hands and place them on that part of your body. Allowing your body to absorb the loving energy from your hand. Rub your palms together again. And this time as you're rubbing your hands together, you might notice another place in your body that needs a little extra TLC. Place your hand there. Open to receive. And so moving on, an invitation to transition with me into a warm-up, beginning with gentle movements with our head. An invitation to bring your chin gently towards your chest. So just taking a little pause. There's a float plane flying overhead. Some of you might hear that. And then when you feel your neck is ready, so in your time, turn a soft gaze looking up Maybe the eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. And we'll continue this gentle movement for our cervical spine. And so it's as if we're nodding yes. If you'd like to add a little half smile, like a little Buddha smile, smiling releases saliva. So we want a nice, juicy body, juicy mind. So we all know what it's like to go to the dentist. As ready, bring your head back to center. And so note that you're still sitting up nice and tall. Breath is easeful. And so bring your one ear towards your shoulder. And then move your head back and forth. As ready, bring your head back center. And then an invitation to turn a soft gaze looking towards your shoulder. Only turn your head as far as feels comfortable for you. As ready, moving through center, turn your gaze looking over your opposite shoulder. And then an invitation to continue this gentle movement from side to side. As if you're nodding no. Finish up the movement that you're on. Bring your head back center. So take a moment. And so notice how you feel. It's not about what we look like in the form or the movement. The diagnostic tool is how do you feel? No judgment. Yoga meets us exactly where we are. So how do you feel? And so from here, I'd like to transition into a practice called face yoga. And so we hold a lot of tension in our face, particularly for some of us in our jaw. And we sometimes carry that in from one day to the next. So I'd like us to explore making some faces, and they're not going to be really pretty. However, that said, face yoga. So already I'm laughing. So let's open our mouth wide. And release, relax. This time, let's open our mouth wide, but I'd like you to see if you can bring your lips over your teeth. And relax. And so moving on, let's draw all our facial muscles towards our nose. So you just bit into a lemon. And release, relax. So from here, an invitation to make a soft fist, bring it up to your jaw and create resistance. And so we don't want to create lockjaw, so we'll move to the other side. And then as ready, soft fist, bring it up to the middle of your forehead. So front part of our brain, if we put gentle pressure here, it's going to be calming for our nervous system. Then it's ready if you'd like, and it's available to you. So it might be today you're visualizing the movement. Place your hand on the side of your head, and again, creating resistance. So if you reach over to the other side, And then switch sides. And release. And lastly, if you would like, bring your hands to the base of your skull. So you might be interlacing your fingers at the base of your skull. And then an invitation to press your head gently against your hands. And so if you are a wheelchair user and you have a headrest, perhaps it would feel good to press your head against your headrest. Alternatively, if you have a yoga buddy, with your guidance, you could press your head against their hands. And so we'll let that one go, and a little shake out, we can fidget. Yeah. So come out of that. So I'm hoping there's some of the yoga toys you can put in your yoga toy box, whatever feels right for you. And so we don't have to have a whole hour-long practice for yoga to be effective. You choose what works for you. And so I'll give you as many alternatives that I can for each movement or practice. Yeah, so you are the world expert on your body. We have good days and better days. So moving on, let's walk our bottom forward, just a little bit in the chair, walk back. Grounding down through our feet, centering ground through the soles of your feet. And then ground down to your sits bones. Lengthen your spine. Did you know that we can create space between our vertebrae? A lot of us are taller in the morning. And roll your shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, whoever feels most comfortable for you. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And with your hands resting where they are, I'd like to invite you to tap your fingers. So micro movements, visualizing the movements, focusing on what we can do, and exploring tapping from your pinkies to your thumbs, thumbs to pinkies. So these movements can be challenging. So our hands typically don't move in this way. So whatever movements that we're able to make, we're strengthening those neural connections. Hands. Remembering the hands are connected to the heart, or mind. And then a little air piano. So boogie woogie for me. We all have our own sense of rhythm. Earlier I was listening to Beyonce. I didn't know it was her, but I thought, wow, this is cool. So one of the sensations I'd like for you to experience in your yoga practice is a sense of rhythm. And so when you're ready, let's extension. So extend your hands and then make fists, contract, extend, contract, extension and contraction. So one more time, extend, contract. An invitation now to rotate your wrist. So of course your arms can be wherever feels comfortable for you. So I feel good with my arms where they are now. They're just above, 4 or 5 inches above my thighs, my knees. And rotate your wrists in the opposite direction. See if you can slow the movements down. And maybe taking a look at your hands with all the appreciation for all the work that they do, everything that our hands do. And then imagine that you are moving your hands through water, if you like. And then as ready, push your hands away. Pull your hands back. I'd like to encourage you to move towards your 50%. Push your hands away. Pull your hands back. With this lovely movement, not only are we getting into all the major joints in our arms, we are getting into the muscles on the inside and outside of our shoulder blades. It's like we're giving our back a little massage. Push your hands away, pull your hands back. When you're ready, relax your arms down by your side or on your lap. Take a moment or two. Let your belly soften, your breath quiet. And notice how you feel. Notice any subtle sensations. Trust that the sensations are there. It's not going to be a float plane across the sky. So, tuning in. So many of us know and think about proprioceptive awareness, knowing what's going on around us, our physical relation to space. However, interoception is an ability to tune in and notice what's going on inside. So that requires some focus, attention. Moving on, an invitation now to reach your arm up, spiral your palm open. So palm up, I'd like you to notice if it feels better to have your palm face up or palm face down. So you're rotating your thumb towards the floor, palm up. And then extend your arm away from you. Bring your arm back center. Palm face down, release. Other side, reach up. Spiral your palm open. Extend your arm away from you. Bring your arm back center. Palm face down, release. I'd like to continue with the movement this time. I'd like to add, if it feels okay for your neck, when we bring our arm out to the side, gaze past your hand or your middle finger. If it doesn't feel okay for your neck, keep a soft gaze forward. And if you'd like to add a sound to the movement as we bring our arm out to the side, I'd like to invite you to explore the sound shh. So the sound shh can help with spasms. I'm told, the feedback I've been given by my students, I know firsthand that it helps. I have an intention tremor. It helps with tremors. So sound has a vibration. And so as you're ready, reach your arm up to your place. Spiral your palm open. So if it doesn't feel good for your neck, keep a soft gaze forward or looking past your middle finger as you make a sound shh. Bring your arm out to the side. Shh. Inhale, come back center. Palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, spiral your palm open. Moving with grace and ease, extend your arm away from you. Shh. Bring your arm back center. Palm face down, release. So let's practice this one more time on each side. If you'd like, if you prefer to take a break, feel free to come out of the pose of the movement anytime you'd like, or on my cue. So here we go. Begin again, finish again, reach up, spiral your palm open. So it's a soft gaze forward, or looking past your middle fingers, you extend your arm away from you. Shh. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, rinse. Breathing in, reach up, breathing out, extend your arm away from you. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, rinse. Relax your arms by your side or wherever feels comfortable for you. And so let's maybe a little wiggly fidget. Roll your shoulders back and down, whatever your body's asking of you. You know, I was so shy and scared when I started my yoga practice and introverted that when I first started, I was afraid to move. And I always felt like I was putting this invisible shield around me. I wanted to be there. I loved what I was learning. It was fun being with the others, but I didn't want anyone looking in my direction. So I'm encouraging and giving you permission to, hey, you're at home or wherever you are, do your own thing, right? If you need to shake it up, move in your own time and rhythm, whatever your body's asking of you. Okay, so from here, I'd like to introduce a practice called Lion's Breath. And so I'm going to bring this into the viewfinder a little closer. I think you might be able to see the cover of the book. So Lion's Breath. So there's a lion on the cover. And one of the practices in yoga is our breathing practices, yogic breathing practices. And there's one called Lion's Breath. And this little book I picked up in India when I went to study as a yoga therapist. And it's beautifully illustrated. And so we are going to practice Lion's Breath. I don't know who can this way. So yeah, there's a lovely line on the front page or cover, and it's titled Metamorphosis. An artist envisions the poses of yoga. So she in Sanskrit says asanas, with text by Jennifer Abel. So I've had this book for, probably going on 15 years now, and every now and then it falls off my shelf. So here we go. I'm going to open it up to Lion's Breath. Here it is. So the lion conjures the energy of, Lion's Breath conjures the energy of a lion ready to pounce, with tongue stretched out in a roar and fingers splayed wide like great feline claws. So just setting it up for you. And so I'll read that one more time. So it's like I'm reading for the first time. So Lion's Breath conjures the energy of a lion ready to pounce, with tongue stretched out in a roar and fingers splayed wide like great feline claws. All right. So the breathing part, so you're set up like a lion, is to inhale through your nose if possible. If you're congested, you have an obstruction, breathe in whatever way you can. So we inhale. Imagine the feline claws. And then on the exhale, big exhale, the tongue comes out. It's hard to stick out my tongue and talk at the same time. And eyes turn up, roll up. So apparently I need practice. So let's do this again together. So here we go. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do this one more time. So not meant to be a big roar. Inhale, draw your feline claws towards you. Exhale. Tongue comes out, eyes roll up and release. Awesome. I know for sure, I can see, I know for sure there's some lions out there. And so we'll just moving on, do a little wiggly pigeon. I have my lovely watch here. So I want to make the most of our time together. And so I'm just going to pull my little rocking chair in. And so many of you know I'm hugely interested in connecting with Mother Earth, Mother Nature. And so I really encourage you when you come to the yoga class, meditation is very much a part of the class. And just the practice in general, it can be a really lovely idea to have a piece of nature with you. If you're practicing indoors, it might be a plant, maybe it's a stone, something you've picked up. It could be maybe a tree or something that you see out in nature through a window. Whatever that might be for you, that can really help us to ground. So grounding is one of the other sensations I'd like for you to experience in your yoga practice. So a little rock, a plant. If you're outdoors, hey, that's great too. Whatever you're able to do at any given time, all of it's wonderful. And so moving on, let's roll our shoulders back and down. Soft, organic movements, nothing rigid. Relax your arms by your side or in your lap, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And so you might do a little bum dance, grounding down to your sits bones, noticing where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. And so from here, I'd like to invite you to join me in a practice called Finding Our Balance. So balance is another sensation that I'd like for you to experience in your yoga practice. So sitting up nice and tall, hinging from the hips. So this is a piece, if you know your balance, if it's challenging, have whatever device you need to keep you stable in your chair. So take the time to bring that to class or set yourself up now. And so we're sitting up nice and tall. Take hold of the underside of the chair if you'd like, or wherever you need to feel stable. And then hinging from the hips. Come forward. Today I'm going to suggest about 20%. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. It gives us a little nerve flossing for our neck. If you need to walk your feet forward a little bit, do so. And then as ready, rock back. An invitation to continue this gentle movement in your own time and rhythm. And it can be interesting to close our eyes as we practice these gentle movements. If you feel stable in your chair, feel free to close your eyes. There is something about this movement that our nervous system likes. So could it be that it's because our bodies are largely made up of water? Does it have something to do with being in our mother's womb? And then as you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on. You relax your arms down by your side or wherever feels comfortable for you. Take a couple minutes. Make sure you're comfortable in your chair. You check in with your breath. Our old friend, our breath. Notice any subtle sensations. And so from here, we can invite you to circle your heart forward. and then circle back. Your circles might be larger or smaller than mine. Maybe you're moving slower, quickly, or more quickly than I. So move in your own time and rhythm. And then it's ready, an invitation to bring your awareness to the space beside you as you're moving. Notice how that makes you feel. So you're keeping both sits bones on the chair. And then as you're ready, circle in the opposite direction. Bring your awareness to the space in front of you. Bring your awareness to the space above you. And especially an invitation to take your awareness to the space behind you. And moving away from me to we, to trust that we are being supported. Slowly come out of the movement. Relax your arms down by your side or wherever feels most comfortable for you. And take a moment to allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Maybe noticing the rise and fall of your abdomen and your chest. And so we are in most places, my impression is we are in the heat of the summer. And so certainly on the West Coast, and I'm over in on the Sunshine Coast. And in BC. And certainly we've experienced some really hot weather of late. And so I always like to share a practice that can help with cooling. So there's a tendency that when we get overheated to become agitated. And so another lovely technique tool, yogic breathing technique that we can use is a cooling breath. And so I think I'm just going to come in just a little bit closer because it involves, you see my tongue if possible, if that's helpful. So cooling breath. So start by sitting up nice and tall. Your hands can rest wherever feels comfortable for you. And then on the inhale is through our tongue, slightly, or rolled, pardon me. And then a nice exhale. So our tongue is sticking out a little, rolled. So we inhale through our tongue, roll, exhale. And it happens, the exhale sort of happens naturally. So lengthens our exhale. If you're not able to roll your tongue, and it's not right or wrong, it's just the way we're made. The alternative would be to inhale through your teeth, slightly parted. And exhale. And then lastly, as an alternative, if neither of those work for you, inhale through a little Cheerio or a straw, maybe a Cheerio. And if none of those work for you, breathe in whatever way you can. So let's begin. We're going to add movement to this, gentle movements. So cooling breath. Inhale. So roll tongue. Our teeth slightly parted. Or a little Cheerio. And then exhale slowly. If you'd like to add a little cat-cow movement to this, you arch your back a little, hands slide in towards your hips. Inhale. Whatever way works for you with your tongue or mouth. Exhale slowly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to a neutral spine. As ready, reach your hand across your opposite near thigh. Your other hand sits on top, and then turn your torso in that same direction. And we'll continue with the cooling breath. So gentle reminder, in through your tongue's roll, or in through your teeth slightly parted, or a little Cheerio. So here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, if my timing doesn't work for you, my cueing, breathe in your own time and rhythm. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands back to one hand on each near thigh. And then let's reach across to the opposite near thigh. Place one hand on top of the other. Turn your torso in that direction. And we'll continue with the cooling breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then let's return facing forward, one hand on each near thigh for a few more breaths. Inhale. Little cat-cow movement, so arching the back. Exhale, round your back a little if you like. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Finish up the movement that you're on. And allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Right, relax your arms by your side or on your lap, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And then lastly, as a breathing technique, it's calming for our nervous system. Added to movements would be humming breath, bumblebee breath. It's a yogic breathing technique. And so let's explore adding gentle movement to bumblebee breath if you'd like. And so we're sitting up tall, feet placed evenly on your footrests of floor. Grounded down to your sits bones so you can do a little bum dance. Lengthen your spine, shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And then tuck your chin in slightly. Bring your hands to your heart center. So might be palms together, palms open. If this placement of your hands makes you lose your balance, an alternative would be to place your hands on your yoga belly. As ready, breathing in, extend your arms up and away. And then bring your hands back to your heart center or your yoga belly. And so this is a gentle heart opener. And so inhale, extend your arms up and away. Your arms can be as high or low as you like. Mine feel good little lower than my shoulders. This time, when you bring your hands back to your heart center belly, make soft fists. So that can be good. If you have arthritis in your hands, inhale, moving arms up and away. Exhale. So if you'd like, as we practice these movements together, imagine the sun at your heart center. And as we inhale, extending our arms up and away, imagine the radiant light of the sun radiating out all around you. And then bowing your head towards your heart a little. Bring that radiant light of the sun back inside. So an inhale, arms up and away. And this time, let's practice bumblebee breath. So exhale, making a humming sound. Breathe in. So you might notice a bumblebee breath lengthens the exhale. Place one hand on your belly, the other on your chest. And notice the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Take those few moments, tuning in. And come on, seated comfortably back in your chair. And so at this time, I'd like to invite you to find a comfortable sitting position. Sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. So reintroducing the rolled up yoga mat along your spine if you'd like. Might be a yoga block, a cushion, whatever feels good for you. And so I'm going to place this along my spine. Roll your shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And so feel free to recline in your chair if you have the ability. And so meditation can be practiced reclined, seated. And I'd like to give you 3 grounding practices as a choice. And so one of them would be the breath awareness practice. And so breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows long. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I release. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. I just had oral surgery less than 2 weeks ago, so my words are getting a little bit challenging to articulate as much as I'd like to. And I appreciate your patience with that. So breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows long. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. And so alternatively, a choice would be to bring your awareness to the soundscape around you. Bring your awareness to the sound furthest away from you. So I can hear a rooster off in the distance. doing his thing. And so bring a gentle awareness to the sound closest to you. Maybe hearing the sound of your heartbeat, your breath. And then bring your awareness to the sound between furthest away and closest to you. And then lastly, as a choice, would be to bring your awareness to a gentle sense of gravity, pulling your shoulders down away from your ears. Moving down, all the way down through to your feet. And so grounding down to your feet, centering ground to the soles of your feet. Connecting us with Mother Nature. And so whatever practice you've chosen for your meditation, we'll spend a few minutes together doing the practice. Come into whatever position you'd like for your final relaxation. And roll your shoulders back and down. This is not a big scrunch up towards our ears. We're allowing our shoulders, inviting our shoulders to soften away from our ears. Relax your arms wherever feels most comfortable for you. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. Eyes are closed softly if that works for you, or soften your gaze downwards. So if we have a soft gaze 3 or 4 feet in front of us, downwards, that can be calming for our nervous system. Soft palms, soft yoga belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Quiet breath. Allow the breath to reflect the pose. Relax your jaw. Soften around your temples. Wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, say let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. It's challenging to quiet the mind, placing our hands on our yoga belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. So a float plate. Without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. Our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. See if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Your eyes were closed. Gradually blink your eyes open. And then an invitation to take a look around the space that you're in and name 3 objects that you see. To bring us back, just make the neuro connections. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. Notice how you feel before and after yoga. Questions or feedback, always love to hear from you. And so feel free to take yourself off mute. Kausar, my lovely tech host, will facilitate us doing that smoothly. And I'm going to move into the iPad a little closer. iPhone, I should say. And so here he is. I see a few of you that I recognize. So lovely to see you. Do you want to take yourselves off mute, ladies, and have a chat? So you can take the time to do that. Hey, Mercedes.
It's a good workout.
Yeah, a little more intense today because of the recent heat wave that we had and all that's going on, you know, weather-wise, environmentally, and so on. So a nice practice for cooling our body, mind, and spirit. Hi, Bonnie. I can see that you're still on mute, but yeah, there you go.
Okay. I'm on the Sundown Coast too.
Are you? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
You know,
Roberts Creek.
Oh, that's perfect, love. Hey, we're practically neighbors.
Ah, where are you?
Half Moon Bay.
Okay, my daughter is there.
Oh, how wonderful. Yeah, we're all connected, eh?
Yeah. That was lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome, love. Thank you for joining me today, joining us.
It's just Wednesdays?
Yes.
Right. Okay, perfect.
12 to 1. And for your information, in case you're interested, love, the classes are recorded on YouTube and Facebook. Is that right, Kausar?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go to Facebook just to check in to see that I wasn't, you know, to check in. So that's what a student does, apparently. And so, yeah, Facebook and YouTube, you have access to the recordings anytime you'd like. So, rock on. Thanks, Kausar.
Okay.
I see your smile pages, so I'm going to go with that.
Okay. I'll see you guys next week.